allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Time being 7:15, I would like to open the public hearing. We have two items on that agenda. So the first one on the public hearing is rezoning of property from a B2 General Business District to a B1 Central Business.
Yep.
That's backwards, isn't it?
No.
Okay. At 218 Southeast Street. Sarah, do you want to
Sure.
enlighten us a little bit for this request?
So the area that we are speaking of is the Heritage Hill where the old St. Mary's Church was. This would be the church, the school, and then the smaller building at the education center. So back when it was rezoned back in 2020, it really should have been zoned to flow with the rest of the zoning around there. It should have been a B1. Because you have your central business district, which is a B1, which is your downtown. It flows all the way down to Dollar General. That's right across the street from there, and even the old Star Sale Barn there. So trying to clean that up a little bit, we wanted to extend that down to Heritage Hill. It's just as simple as that.
And the B1 better closely matches the use of the property.
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone from the audience who'd like to speak on this item?
I like to ask.
Ma'am, please approach the podium and state your name.
Okay, my name is
No,
Carrie Baldwin.
please approach the podium.
I can't get around it
We have to have you at the podium for record.
yet. Okay,
And Mr. President, just administratively, how long would you like to permit?
that's fine.
You
No, just-
consistent with all the other boards, 3 minutes.
Okay.
Are you changing it for future sales, or you have an offer now, or?
No, it's being changed to align it with the other businesses in that corridor and what the other zoning in that corridor, and that B1 better matches the type of use the building property is being used for now.
Is it gonna change?
It's
Is
not gonna
the
change.
use going to change?
I have no idea. We're just zoning it right now. Anything that's could be put in a B1 could be put in a B1. Anything that's B2 could be put in a B2. So if it meets a B1 zoning, if we rezone it B1, if something in the future meets a B1 zoning classification, it could be put in.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm sorry, ma'am, we didn't get your name for the record.
Karen Baldwin,
And how do you?
B-U-L-T-M-A-N.
B-U-L-T-M-A-N. Thank you.
Is there anyone else from the audience who'd like to speak on this one? Having seen none, do I need to close that one and open a second one for the?
I think so.
I take a motion to close the public hearing on the rezone.
So,
Ken, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mark. Okay. That one's closed. The next public hearing is, I'd like to open a public hearing on the amendments to the Unified Development Ordinance.
Last week I had emailed you, maybe at the end of the week before, but some red line edits to the UDO. Some of them were very minor. And when I say minor, just cleaning up some cross-references for when things were changed. They had to go back and change the cross-referencing. The other significant changes were in the sign ordinance part, and then in the definitions and the land use matrix. So hopefully you all had a chance to look at those. So we're just looking for a positive recommendation to the council to accept those.
Sarah, is there anyone from the audience who'd like to speak to the amendments or to the Unified Development Ordinance? If so, please approach the podium, state your name for the record. You're first, Sean.
Hello, I'm Sean Green. First of all, I'd like to thank you for keeping up with the city and the visual and financial changes. I believe in changes as well. I also believe this is a three-part process. ask them questions, get factual information, and then trust by verification with who gives you this information. As a local company that has been in business since 1971 and currently employs 22 amazing teammates, we're very proud of the city, and we love to assist with local branding, signage, donation, and more locally. And by the way, thanks for your business. On December 29, 2023, our office, Green Sign Company, was informed by the Greensburg permitting that the city is changing the sign ordinance on January 1st by mixing this into the UDO. Most of our work is in the tri-state area, but we have always maintained communication with city employees, city officials, so this was a big surprise to us. I personally reviewed the ordinance because I was on the team that helped craft the original sign ordinance and have been asked personally by multiple cities surrounding Greensburg about their ordinances when they go through changes as well. Immediately, I noticed inconsistencies in this new ordinance. A new format, looks to be a quick rush cut paste job, non-factual items, missing total industries, missing definitions, aggressive wall sign restrictions, reduced amount of wall signs allowed, going from 1 per street to 1 per building, aggressive ground sign restrictions, massive setbacks, adding 14 feet for the sign to go further off the road from where it is now. And when we design signs and go by factual information, that means a sign would have to be taller to be viewable and be safe. Banning certain signs, threatening our right to free speech, safety concerns because you have to maneuver, read, maneuver, react. So a sign has to be adequately placed, size, color, shape, etc. If this is approved, there will undoubtedly be an increase in variance requests, resulting in further costs to businesses, additional time for all of us. And a lot of people don't realize this, but people that show up for variances, the average cost of our customers is $3,000 for them just to show up. It takes 2 to 4 months on average. So in January, I contacted the mayor for this meeting, and he replied very quickly. We met, and he let me voice my concerns. I informed him that I'm glad to assist as long as I am involved in the entire process. A few days later, the mayor sent a group email to me and a couple of consultants that were involved in this, requesting we all meet together and resolve the issues. Neither consultants replied. Since then, I've met Sarah and the mayor several times in an attempt to provide input to the consultants that would resolve these issues. Sarah later informed me that the consultants have already completed their contract and were not interested in speaking with me and would be sure to share the information if we gave it to her.
What? You're currently 3 minutes.
I was concerned that all this hard work was,
We had a 3-minute time limit. and
I
we
was
were-
told 6.
If you'd have listened before, he asked me at the
But it
beginning,
was some previous meetings. I mean, all I'm doing is trying to help the city.
give us about a 2.5-minute history lesson without dealing with the stuff in the UDO.
Why am I getting shut down so bad? I mean, I've been asked to be on agendas, you said it's illegal for me to talk to you, I can't be on agenda, nobody
All I
wants to
said
talk
to
to
you was
me.
I wasn't gonna talk to you one-on-one outside of a public meeting.
I don't understand what the city is so upset about talking to other experts besides one that already screwed all this up.
Okay, I'm in a seat now, so you can have a seat.
Any questions?
Anybody have a question?
I mean, one of the people that's doing this has a sign in Indianapolis that's 13 times larger than what you're saying, than what we're saying we can have in our own city. How's that a good consultant? Why are we not, we're smart people here in Greensburg. We have consultants here. Why don't we rely on our own people?
Time is up.
I thought the government was to work for the people instead of against the people.
I will say that, yes, the mayor and myself met with Sean a couple times, and I did share all of the information that Sean had given me with his edits. with our consultants. And as you will see in the UDO with the red line edits, there were a lot that were made that Sean suggested. So, that's where I just want to go with that. And he was informed that it would be three minutes to speak.
Besides that, I was in the meeting Sarah had with the consultants when about all the red lines. I participated in that meeting with her, with the individuals. Is there anyone else from the audience like to speak on this item?
How do we trust a consultant that didn't even complete it to begin with?
There'll be no speaking from the board.
Anybody else?
Having,
Seeing no one, I'll take a motion to close this public hearing. I have a motion of a second.
I'll second.
That public hearing is closed. Today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024, and the time being 7:26 p.m. The meeting of the Plan Commission is called to order. At this time, please silence all electronic devices. To comply with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the city requests that participants in this meeting complete a voluntary anonymous survey that is available on the table in the back room. Amber, will you please call roll?
Kevin,
Here.
Mark,
Here.
Alan,
here.
Tom,
Here.
Dick,
Here.
Ken,
Here.
Rodney.
All right, thank you.
We were all emailed minutes from the February 6, 2024 meeting and the February 12th, 2024 special meeting. Do we have any amendments or changes to those minutes as mailed? Having heard none, I'll accept those minutes approved as mailed. Old business, we do not have anything. New business. Evan and Emily Manship, GenFive LLC, 218 Southeast Street, seeking a rezone of property from a B2 General Business District to a B1 Central Business District. You heard what Sarah had to say during the public hearing. Do any members have any questions?
Is it just gonna be that plot that they're sitting on?
It's,
Or is it the whole thing that they're?
it's everything but
It's in the map.
the old rectory.
Okay.
Any other questions? Having heard nothing, I would like I'll take a motion to move this to city council with a favorable recommendation. So, have a second?
Second.
Amber, please call roll. Ms. Mark and Ken.
Thank you.
Mark,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Dick,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Rodney,
Yes.
Kevin.
Yes. Next new business, amendments to the Unified Development Ordinance. Do any members have any questions about the red line edits or any of the other information that's been mailed to you in regards to the UDO?
There's one thing I would
Like that. There were the red lines took into consideration a lot of the markups that we received from various individuals. In addition, yes, we do have the BZA, and if there's an issue with the ordinance, they do have the process of getting a variance, but like Sarah and I have talked, if there seems to be an item in any part of the UDO, whether it's the sign, whether it's any part of the UDO, if we start to see a common theme to variances, that's a trigger to us to go back and review that document for potential changes. So there is a path to keep this thing, it's a living document, so there's a path to make sure that it's maintained and improved upon. So, having said that, do we have any other questions? Having seen none, I at this time accept the motion to move the UDO to City Council with a favorable recommendation.
So moved.
Okay, Ken made the motion. Do I have a second?
Goes Alan. Amber, please.
Please call roll.
Mark,
Yes.
Alan,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Dick,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Rodney,
Yes.
Kevin.
Yes. Seeing no other new business on the agenda, this time I take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second? All right, gentlemen, we are done.